Hey there, YouTube friends, maskedbandit here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, I always appreciate it. Welcome back to Conifer Slopes. Let's see if I remember how to make a video. It's been a hot minute. Months and months, you know me. Sort of the pattern I've fallen into in the last few years. So, went on a trip a couple weeks ago to Disney, spent 5 nights in Disney. Yeah, I think 5 nights in Disney World. Went to all the parks, hadn't been to Disney in almost 30 years, I don't think. I don't remember. It's been a minute. The last time I was at Animal Kingdom was the year it was open. The last time I was at Hollywood Studios, it was called MGM Studios, and it was like the first year or two it had been open. And yeah, there were no fun rides at Epcot the last time I went there either. So it was exciting. Got to take my family there. That was really cool. Yeah, it was a really good time. So thoroughly enjoyed it, but it kind of got me back in the wanting to play RollerCoaster Tycoon. It got me back into wanting to play some Planet Coaster. So I hopped into Conifer Slopes because that's where we last left off, those many months ago, and here we are. It's been a while since I've opened the most recent to you file. Oh my! Hope you're excited for some big changes. I went into rock plop mode. We're going to call this the Great Rock Plopping episode. We're going to try today to complete the Rapids ride in earnest, and we're going to add a couple more facades as well. Yeah, so there's a lot to do and a lot to show in this episode, so let's get right to it. So before we get to the Rapids, I wanted to show off one of the facades that I started working on. Found this awesome reference image and plain coded up. I think I'm going to do an interior on this one. The glass pieces are really cool. Obviously, this isn't its placement. I was doing this so that the lighting would not be, terrible. But we have the Winthrop Emporium, general merchandise, goods, and sundries. I think that's so fun. And on the inside, I think we'll try and give it a nice interior, a gift shoppy interior. Yeah, there's not much to say here. Just an interesting mix of walls and stuff. It was kind of interesting having to use this more interior-based, is it wainscoting? Is that what it's called? But, I mean, the details in the image, this is as close as I could get. We had to do the inset door and do some custom stuff. And you can see, if you look really close, it's not exact, but it's gonna just kind of have to do for now. Yeah, but these overhangs, I really like, providing for some shade in what I assume is going to be a rather open area. I like the mix of roofs. I think that's a nice little thing. Very, very simple structure, but I think it does a good job of portraying this rustic Wild West vibe. Obviously goes well with the saloon. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to be adding a lot of stuff from my trip to Magic Kingdom. They're walking around Frontier Town, or Frontierland, that was pretty cool. Took some good reference images, so you'll probably, if you're familiar with Disney, especially in not so much this episode, but if I'm able to get another episode out relatively quickly, you'll probably see some influences from Disney, Magic Kingdom in the park as well. So yeah, anyway, first stop. It's not much. It's a facade, but it's better than nothing. So gone ahead and kind of placed it a bit more where I think I might want it. I'm not sure if we're going in this direction yet. Added on to this side of the building. This little vintage poster I thought looked really nice in the area. Arrow, I'm thinking I'm going to put some restrooms. So if I'm going to put some restrooms there, that means that this probably isn't the final location. That's the only thing I'm really struggling with this, because this area is so wide open. I don't quite know how to lay it out yet. But you'll also notice we've got another one of these little facades here. Sadie's Jams and Jellies, which if you watched the Summerdale series, you would know that that was a shop there. I like to once I get a good name for a shop, I like to reuse it in all the projects. But like the colors here, this pink and teal kind of combo with the train. I don't know, the train just adds so much movement. Such kinetic, yeah, I think that's the word. Energy in the area. I don't know. I'm excited. But actually, I think this was all made quite a while ago. When I just kind of lost steam.
So, apologies if my insight is a little less insightful this time. It was a long time ago when I made these, couple months, well, about 4 months ago? I don't know, whenever the last episode came out. So, yeah, not much to say other than I think it looks nice, and I like the trees, and it's a very simple facade, very in-gamey, nothing behind it. It is empty. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I think at this point we are going to start changing our focus, because the easiest thing to do is to throw on a podcast and plop some rocks. So we're going to do some stuff here, make this look like a functioning ride, hopefully, and hopefully you enjoy the direction that we head for that. So I now present the Great Rock Plop Adventure. All right, so the first layer, the first pass, the first day of rock ploppage is complete. And I wanted to add some scenes, some animatronics. I thought maybe this is an older ride. It kind of is a major part of this area. I thought there'd probably be some budget spent on animatronics and stuff, not to mention it was just, like I said, inspired by my amazing Disney vacation. And that's the vibe I really wanted to go without being Disney. You know what I mean? Like, higher budget, higher theme, without being over the top. So there are some animatronics up in here. A very, very loose story. I'm kind of leaning towards the idea that the bandits have taken over this entire western town, and you're going to see them out on your Rapids ride adventure. So as you can see, you go up the lift here. I am using just these red rocks, and I am trying to make them look realistically phony, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, those look like people made rocks, as opposed to, oh, those look like real rocks. Being kind of aggressive with the foliage placement might not be the most realistic, but I think it looks nice. And that's kind of where I'm at in my Planet Coaster playing. I'm going to strive towards realism-ish. There are people who geek out over the tiniest details. I don't. But you can see, here's our first little animatronic scene. It stinks that when you reload the file, they are timed together. I might have to do something like sync it to parts of the track so that they move on different times. But I love this. You get a little view of some cute little animatronic deer. I think that's just perfect. So, I don't know. I think it's really cute. And as you come around the corner here, you get a view of the bandit in the camp. I think I'm going to make him the bandit. I have to change his colors if he's going to be the bandit. The bandit has a red bandana and a red shirt and a tan vest. That's how you know he's the bad guy. But set up this cute little fire scene here. Again, nothing major, there's some animatronics here. And then I thought it'd be fun to have a grizzly bear just as you go down the major drop here on the Rapids ride. So the grizzly bear, he stands up and he roars right as you careen over the edge, kersplash. And I had to be very careful here because we are very close to train tracks right here. Not sure. It's very, very close when the train comes around this way. So probably some immersion breaking there. But again, I think that's what's going to separate this from something Disney level. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be some shortcuts made. Found these wee bison on the workshop, but I don't like the way they reflect the light. They're kind of plasticky and flat in a way that makes me do like a And I wanted this area to be more geyser-y anyway. So I don't think these buffalo are going to stick around. These bison are going to stick around. You'll also notice on this part here, it's all been relatively flat rocks. I started to get bored with that, and I assumed the riders would be too. So I deviated here and did a bit more sharp, pointy, actual like peaks type rock stuff. I don't know. It kind of gives me that Radiator Springs vibe, I guess. But have this cool. This waterfall was here at the end of last episode. I put some string lights. I don't know. It looked cool. I thought it would be neat. It looks nice at night. Here, we'll look at it at night. Let me just grab that real fast for y'all. So let's switch it to nighttime. You can see. I think it looks really, really nice. It's a nice yellow glow. Doesn't make any sense at all, but it looks good. At least I think it does. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. And we come around the corner, and I ran out of steam. Because let's be honest, that's a lot of rocks to plop, my friends. That is a lot of rocks to plop. I'm about halfway, probably a little less than halfway done at this point. so much. And the goal is going to have to be to make it look integrated so it doesn't look too goofy from other angles. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to look good from multiple angles, especially with this coaster flying through. But the more I do the rapids, the more it just feels great with the coaster in here. I mean, I really think this is turning out pretty spectacularly. But anyway, ploppy more rocks. Away we go. So we've got more rocks plopped. Couldn't plop rocks here. The coaster gets really close to the rapids ride, so I used I think it's a castle piece. Pardon my shifting. So I think it's a castle piece to make a really easy retaining wall. Using the poplars sunken in quite a bit to look like, like not native plantings. Like these were put here to act as a barrier or a wall. I'm going to be doing that a lot in this area just to kind of make sightlines a thing. There the coaster goes. Added an arch for the coaster to dive through. I thought it would have been silly not to incorporate the rocks on the coaster. Perhaps this was a later addition once the coaster, because I think lore-wise the rapids are older than the coaster. So maybe they added this. I wish that these were multicolored or flexicolor, so I could change these to be just a little bit lighter, like they mixed up the color, or it's newer so it's not the same color. I don't know, but I think that's pretty cool. I added another waterfall idea here, and here we have the shootout. You can see the shootout. I have to change his colors. He's not the bandit colors yet. But yeah, I think it's pretty fun. As you float down the river, you get the look of these two bandits fighting each other. Again, simple, nothing over the top, no hard story, just a suggested story as you travel down the river. Not much to say. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I added another water feature here. Not as devastating as the as the tower in No Name Landia that just soaks everyone and everything within a 30-mile radius. Just use the in-game one. I'll dress it up with some rocks and stuff. And then this bridge. This bridge. I think we're going to make a truss bridge over here. Very simple truss bridge for the train here as it chugs on by. I think I'm going to go ahead and finish plopping all the rocks before I bring you back in, because you don't need another update of here's some more rocks, here's some more rocks. So I'll get the bridge done, I'll get all the rocks done, and then I'll bring you all back. All right, I think the rocks are done. Oh, no, I know the rocks are done. The rocks are done. No need in being dramatic. So is the truss bridge. The truss bridge is done too. Check this out. Quick Google search. Simple truss bridge. I think it did rail truss bridge. Gave me this. It's probably, I know it's not wings and strings level, but I think it turned out really well. I think it fits the space well, and it also fits the train well. And isn't that what's important? We now have rocks all the way around, so let me show you. Got this cool little cascading area here. Got a little scene here with the bandit. I don't know, did he survive and now he's hiding out under the train planning his next move? I don't know, you tell me. It's kind of a make your own story kind of vibe. But yeah, this is much harder to do in Planet Coaster than it is in Planet Zoo, making these little cascades here. I didn't think it would be that hard. Went really tall here, we're floating through some cliffs. That's going to be a little interesting on the other side, but we're just not going to look at it for now. I just love this. I mean, I love it so much. I think it's so good. There are some changes up here that I want to show you as well. So if we go backwards, you probably saw the big splash there. I made some changes. Bye-bye bison. And instead, we made it far more Hot Springs Glacier-y, watery. So we got lots of jets and water, and some of it will get you wet, and some of it won't. I imagine like a cave that just whoosh, big splashes. I don't know. I think it's fun. Getting shot with water, getting splashed on. We got another one right here, just whoosh, splash. Look at that. I think that'd be fun. I like when we went on the rapids rides at Animal Kingdom in the Asia Land, and was it me? I think it was me. Just got totally crushed by one of these effects. And it's one of those hit or miss. Some people on the boat are barely wet at all, and others are just completely drenched. I think that's pretty fun. I'd like to think that by having enough of them in the area, everyone's going to get rocked, but not a guarantee, I suppose. So yeah, here's another look at the rock work. Just try to do some more of like the balancing. Like if you look here, I think it's over here. Ooh, yeah. I did some of this stuff, like some of that southwestern style rock work. I don't know, just kind of pulling from all different influences, inspirations to kind of make something that looks, I think, relatively cohesive. So if I zoom out now, you will see it's a lot of rocks, but I think it looks really, really good. And I continued and started working on this area. This is going to be our station area. So right now it's a little raw, but we've got this fence here, this pathway across back to the main area. Got this sluice box thing connected to a water tower, and with a water wheel here, we're gonna have this be like a little boat, like a little river. It's called the Red Rock River Company, I think is what I did. But yeah, this is gonna be the loading station for our rapids ride. We're gonna decorate it. We're gonna add a bunch of crates and barrels and stuff. Just kind of theme it up. But you can see here I used some more water effects to make it look like it's actually water down here. Kind of add it where it gave me the opportunity to add some flowers where it seemed like they would be easily accessible for planting. Throwing some cattails in. I don't know if cattails are something that you can plant in planters like that, but I think it helps add that watery vibe. I don't know, that's a silly thing to say, the watery vibe. But you can see how close we're going. I'm very, very pleased with this. I think it's exactly what I was hoping it would be. And this is kind of a cool part in the project because when I first started doing Let's Play videos on my YouTube channel on RollerCoaster Tycoon 3, I was working on the Rapids ride and the Hyper in the western area. So we've now reached the point where I think this is the farthest I've gone with Conifer Slopes as far as Let's Play content goes, regardless of game. So that's pretty cool to think about. So I got lots more planned for this western area, and we're not done with this yet. So this is the rough outline. It's time to detail the area and detail up the building and see the finished project that is the Red Rock River Company. So let's take a look at the final product here. Welcome to the Red Rock River Company, currently under new management. We're done. Well, the building's done. The queue still needs some work, I realize. So we'll have to fix up the queue in the next episode. But for now, I want to take a little tour of my Rapids ride for you. So you have some queue here up on top before you begin your descent. You get a beautiful view of the wagon wheel. And if you're wondering what happened to my graphics, I turned reshade on. I think this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to have reshade on for the reveal. Continually tweaking the settings. I like the color here. I'm pretty pleased with the way it looks. Hopefully you are too. Just gives it a little bit of extra pop here. But you can see here, I don't know. I think it's pretty fun. Down there, don't look down there. Shh, just not done yet. It's just not done yet. So, yeah, but we'll be fixing all that up. It's interesting. You don't actually see much of the Rapids ride at all, which is okay. I think that's totally fine. It's a mystery. The ride is a mystery. So you come down here after you've worked your way through the queue, and your tour loads here. I like that idea. Under new management, perhaps there's, I don't know, maybe there's some bandit stuff going on in here. Love the chicken. Love the rooster. I don't know. Just cluttering everything up. Got a big old anchor. That seems right. Crates aplenty, barrels aplenty, and it pulls up. I got the little overhang here, and we can hop right on across the way. If I hop across the way, more clutter, but shored up with railing and netting to make sure nobody hurts themselves. Got the little booth here. We could maybe doll that up a little bit, but I think it's okay to have that exposed. Again, just a nice, simple structure. And then you exit this way, and you climb up. You get a nice view of the back portion of the rapids. Maybe you'll see the train go by, and you can just reminisce as the coaster bandit descends the drop. Look at that. I think that's spectacular. Whee! There it goes. I like it a lot. Up here, hey, Archer for scale. Long time no see, bud. So I can get a view of the loading station from this angle. Threw in some stairs there, just to make it, make each side of the building look, relatively decent. The big windows to kind of give like a factory kind of vibe, maybe. Just doll it up, make it look cute. Yeah, guys, this is it. This is my Rapids ride. I think I might do a POV for y'all. I think we'll do a POV. I think there's enough. I don't think you're going to see anything woefully unfinished in a POV. Let me just hop out of here and give you some views with reshade turned on, just to show you some more of what it looks like with all the fancy graphics, fancy settings. I mean, yeah, I'm hopefully you can hear in my voice that I'm pretty pleased, and hopefully you are too. Hopefully you like the direction that it's going in. Lots of interaction with the different rides, lots of just scenery, beautiful trees, and yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Let's have a POV of the Rapids ride. Before we do, I'll do my sign off. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, and yeah, subscribe for more content in the future someday, eventually. But thank you so much for sticking with me, and if you watched the whole episode, made it to this point, I do appreciate it. Thanks so much. With all that being said, I guess have yourself a great day, great night, great whatever, and I will see all of you for the next episode of Conifer Slopes and Planet Coaster. So take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.